Viewers, the message from the Congress government is clear. Everyone is accountable except for them. The Karnataka government is attempting to shift the blame from suspensions to arrests. Despite 11 deaths in Bengaluru, the Deputy Chief Minister, who was at the Chinnaswamy Stadium honouring cricketers, claims no responsibility. Meanwhile, the state police officials are focused on arresting individuals associated with the RCB and the event management team. Among those arrested is Nikhil Sosale, a senior marketing official at RCB. Today, Deputy Chief Minister DK Kumar defended himself, asking how he could be held responsible, even though just yesterday he was seen crying on camera. The BJP says that Chief Minister admitting intel failure proves that he must resign, as Siddaramaiah heads the intelligence department. Take a look at the war of words.
See, nan but ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಿದೆ ಅವರು? In what way I am responsible? ಆಯ್ತಪ್ಪ, KSC ಅವರು ಬರೆದ್ರು, ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಇತ್ತು. ನಾನು ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟ್ರು, ನನಗೆ ಕೆಲವು ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರು, ಇವರು KSC ಅವರು ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡ್ರು, 10 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಥರ ಏನೋ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆಗೋದು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೆ, 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಸ್ಟೇಡಿಯಂಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಏನು ತಪ್ಪಿದೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು?
ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಫೇಲ್ಯೂರ್ ಇತ್ತು ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಸ್ವತಃ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳು ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ, 5 ಜನ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಅಮಾನತು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಅಮಾನತು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ. ಇಂಟೆಲಿಜೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಸ್ವತಃ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳ ಅಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಿ ಈಸ್ ಹೋಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಫೋಲಿಯೋ. ಯಾವುದೋ ಹಿರಿಯ ಪೊಲೀಸ್ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಸ್ಕೇಪ್ಗೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಹರಕೆಯ ಕುರಿ ಮಾಡಿ, ಇವರು ಅದನ್ನ ತಪ್ಪಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಒಂದು ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿಗಳೇ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
And joining us on this debate is Tuhin Sinha, national spokesperson of the BJP, NR Vasan, retired IPS officer. We also have with us Rajinder Amarnath, former cricketer, Syed Asad Abbas, political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Thank you very much for joining us here on Times Now. Rajinder Amarnath, let me begin this discussion with you. There has been a complaint, that is what we have learned, against Virat, Kohli as well. Already we have seen the marketing head of RCB getting arrested, 2 people from DNA Entertainment Networks, 1 person from Ticket Genie. Cops have been suspended. The close aide of the Chief Minister has been sacked as well. But no accountability has been fixed as far as the government is concerned. How will you like to respond?
Well, I don't want to get into the politics of either party. As a cricketer, I can understand the pain of the parents who have lost their dear ones. Many questions are going to be asked today, and maybe as time passes, more questions will be asked. But responsibility has to be taken by those who have arranged this whole the whole mela out there for people to come and see the parade and also see the cricketers out there. But I fail to understand there was no proper arrangement being made. No public system was there to address those people who were trying to gate crash. There was absolutely no doctors around, no first aid counters have been created out there. I fail to understand when you create a magnitude program like this, you always go for the worst case scenario first and then go forward with other arrangements. I don't think so they were well prepared for this kind of tragedy. And when it came, they had no answer for it. I would not like to put a blame on the officials who are involved or those who have got the whole program set up, but I would definitely like to ask questions from police as well as those behind it, that you knew the program will be of such a magnitude. Did you make all the arrangements? Were there enough support for you to control the crowd? Because crowd, when they see their superstars, they become frenzied. They would like to be as close to them, and hence there was a stampede. But unfortunately, young lives were lost, and my heart goes out to the parents of it.
Well, absolutely. We all feel for the families of these 11 young people who lost their lives. They thought they have come to see their favorite players, to congratulate the favorite team, RCB, that has won the IPL after 18 long years, first time in 18 years, but nobody knew that they were going to go back as mortal remains to their families. Extremely sad, but what we are seeing right now happening is that accountability is not getting fixed. So I would ask you, Mr. N.R. Vasan, cops have been suspended, RCB members from the event management company have been arrested as well, but clean chit to government. Can you explain to our viewers what happens in a scenario like this? Because the details that we have got seem to suggest that permission was sought by the Karnataka Cricketing Authority for the event at Vidhana Sauda, the event that happened inside. Nothing. There was no permission for the event that happened in Chinnaswamy Stadium or the crowd that gathered. So whose responsibility is it to really ensure the safety of the number of people who had gathered? Second point that I would like to highlight is, according to sources, cops had put their foot down. They said, do not have this bash on this day, postpone it to Sunday because we won't be able to provide security, etc. Home Minister agreed with this assessment is what we've learned, but he was overruled. Can you explain to our viewers, does it look like a very, weird scenario to you? What could have really happened in your opinion?
You see, what happens in any of such kind of events, there are two scenarios. One is when a meeting or a congregation is organized, it is known well in advance, police can work out bandobast, they can get manpower either from the local jurisdiction or from outside if more policemen are required. And the other scenario is that sometimes, the police is overtaken by events. There may be sudden incident when crowd just, gathers without any pre-notice because there could be situation as such. Now, in first kind of situation, the police has to assess the requirement of manpower, the various issues which have to be taken note of, that is crowd control. If there is any unfortunate event, how the crowd will get dispersed, medical aid which should be available, and all other necessary precautions have to be taken. In second kind of event, when it is a sudden, rush of people on some incident when there is no prior warning to the police, then sometimes police is overtaken by events and police may not be able to discharge its responsibility either due to shortage of manpower or due to inadequate time to manage these crowds. I can share from my own experience when I was a young SP in a district, and there was a Lord Rama temple, and every 60-year Lord Rama's what do you call they call it Patta Vishekam takes place. And we expected around 10 lakh people coming to that particular temple. So now it was summer months, June, when the temperature goes down in Port Belt to 48, 50 degrees, the endowment minister of the concerned state, he wanted elephant procession to be taken out because his logic was that this event was taking place once in his lifetime. So he wanted with all pomp and show. I as SP put my foot down. He was very annoyed. Meeting was called at the CM's level. I told CM that you please go ahead, but then I am proceeding on leave because I will not be able to prevent stampede if any elephant goes berserk in that kind of crowd. So fortunately for me, the CM overruled the minister, but I put my foot down that I said I will go on leave. So that is one situation. But what I understand from Bangalore incident,
right,
that this was a sudden, there was no time available to the police. So they, as reports are coming, they put their foot down that let them celebrate it on Sunday. Let them not celebrate it on their day. And Home Minister also agreed, as we also said in the beginning. But then he was overruled and they were put out on this.
That's the point that we would like to highlight, and it's a very interesting example that you've shared with us. I would like to, go across to Syed Asad Abbas as well. Was it once in a lifetime moment for somebody in the Karnataka government, maybe the Chief Minister or the Deputy Chief Minister, who overruled, the decision of the Home Minister also?
No, that's a very fair question that you've asked, To me, it's truly heartbreaking. Being a Bangalorean all my life, 18 years I've cheered for the team RCB here in the Chinnaswamy Stadium. And what happens? Our joy turned into sorrow and shame. The same city turned into a festival of lights. The Bengal city was lit up like a beautiful festival of Diwali. And the next day, within 24 hours, unfortunately, we lost 11 Bangaloreans here, which is really heartbreaking. And as I've always believed, power begets power. If there is power, there is responsibility, and equal accountability, and accountability needs to stay. The same reason why the Honorable Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Siddaramaiah ji, has called for a 15-day ultimatum magisterial inquiry. Not just that, within 30 days, one-man commission to decide all those who are responsible to take turn action.
No, even before that inquiry is over, we are seeing action already is being taken against everybody except the people in the government who perhaps overruled even the Home Minister. I want to go across to Tuhin Sinha as well. Tuhin Sinha, now the latest is that even Virat Kohli is being blamed for the stampede. I mean, only that was left for us to see.
Well, Heena, even 50 hours after the stampede, sadly, all that the state government of Karnataka, the Congress state government has done is beaten around the bush. So it is hunting for scapegoats while not touching the prima facie culprits. And the prima facie culprits over here are none other than the CM Siddaramaiah and the Deputy CM DKS. Why do I say that? Because there is now clear evidence that the police had refused permission. They had advised strictly against holding this event on the given day. In fact, there are reports, you can substantiate it, I am not aware of whether they are substantiated or not, that the Home Minister of Karnataka was equally opposed to holding the event on the given day. Then, the person who was cheering and who was holding the trophy, DK Sivkumar, might have been the person who was desperately wanting to go ahead with the event. In this case, the Congress party should apply the same rule which it applied in neighboring Telangana, where it arrested Alu Arjun for the death of a lady. And I think over here they should ideally do the same. I don't see why they should be, hunting for scapegoats and, leave aside the culprits.
Absolutely, that seems to be happening. And by the way, the latest update that we are getting is that third FIR has also been filed in Chinnaswamy Stadium Stampede case. And this time, it has been filed against, it's based on a complaint by a college student who was injured. And the complainant has stated that misleading information was circulated on social media. I want to quickly give the last word to Mr. N.R. Vasan. So, now the eyewitnesses are also coming out suggesting that misleading information was circulated on social media. Don't you think the government is responsible? Can the government absolve itself of its responsibility completely from what happened?
No, you see, if the police commissioner was overruled by the whosoever deputy chief minister, whosoever is responsible, then the buck should stop there. And it's very unfortunate if it is true that the police commissioner protested and he didn't want the procession or the the facilitation to take place in Chinnaswamy Stadium. Then it's very, very unfortunate that the police commissioner has been made the fall guy. He has been suspended. There can not be an unfortunate incident like that. It's the person who decided to permit holding of the congregation in that stadium who should be held responsible, and he should be held accountable.
Absolutely, and that is the one person who definitely must be held accountable. That doesn't seem to be happening at all. We'll have to see what happens next, but I'm completely out of time. Appreciate all of you for joining us. Mr. N.R. Vasan, Mr. Tuhin Sinha, Mr. Rajendra Ramarnath and Syed Asad Abbas. Appreciate all for joining us here on India Upfront this evening. Heading into a short break, more on the other side.